If I got locked away and we lost it all today, tell me honestly, would you still learn math the same? We are doing quadratic patterns today. What's a quadratic pattern? It's basically finding the equation using the table. So before I do that, let's do a linear pattern. It'll be a bit easier. So our equation is y equals mx plus c. Except we don't know what m and c are just yet. So m's going to be our difference. So what's the difference here? It decreases every time by 5. Very good. Minus 5. So our m must be minus 5. So minus 5x. And c is y when x is 0. So when x is 0, in this case we don't have y, we have a k, but it's the same idea really, because k depends on x, y depends on x. So to find when x is 0, to find y, we've got to reverse it. So instead of minusing 5, we've got to add 5 if we're going back. So it's going to be 105. Very good. So c is 105. So our equation must be y equals 5x minus 5x plus 105. Excellent. All right. Quadratic equations now. Same idea, just more steps. First, we find the first difference. So how much does it change by each time? It changes by, here you add 5. Here you add 7. Here you add 9. All right, then you find the second difference. So only in quadratics do you have to find the second difference. With linear, you just find the first difference. So how much do the differences differ each time? So plus 2 and plus 2. Very good. All right, now we can finally do this stuff. So 2a equals the second difference. So 2a is positive 2, which means a is, so 2 times a is 2, so a is 1. All right, first step done. A plus b equals the first difference between x is 0 and x is 1. We can't do that unless we find when x is 0 what our y is. In this case, we have n and t sub n, but that's just the same as x and y. So let's work backwards. Let's choose a nice color like pink, which was pink here, and orange. So if it's 5, 7, 9, then the one before that must be a 3. So plus 3. So 0 plus 3 is 3. So when x is 0, y is 0. All right, let's do the second part now. A plus b equals yada, yada, yada. So a plus b, the first difference between x is 0 and x is 1. So that first difference is right there, positive 3. Positive 3. We know that a is 1 from before, so we can just chuck that 1 in there. 1 plus b is positive 3. So b equals 1 plus something is 3, b is 2. We're almost there. Okay, c is y when x is 0. So c must be 0 when x is 0. So our rule is y equals 1x squared, or just x squared, plus bx, so plus 2x, and c is 0, plus 0, but we don't need to put that in there because plus 0 is just nothing, it disappears. So that we're done here. We can use that to find what the answer is when we have when we have x being 20. So let's do that working down here. So if x is 20, you can just chuck 20 where x is. So instead of x squared plus 2x is 20 squared plus 220. 20 squared, of course you know that it's 400. And then 2 times 20 is 40. So 400 plus 40 is 440. Might need your calculator for that one. Okay, 440. Isn't that cool? So we've discovered what y is when x is 20. Isn't it bonkers? 440. Really cool. Let's do one more example. All right. Same thing. Find the first differences. All right. So it adds by 2, adds by 4, by 6, by 8. All right. Find second differences. How much does that increase by? 2, 4, 6, 8. You are correct. By 2 each time. And let's work backwards to find what we have when x is 0. So when x is 0, we work backwards. And we take 2 off. Sorry, we take a 0 off that 4. My mistake. Because the first differences are increasing by 2 each time. So 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So what is 4 minus 0? 4. So when x is 0, y is 4. Okay, now we can finally do our finding of the equation. So 2a equals the second difference. Second difference is 2. So 2a is 2. A is 1. Same like before. All right, next one. A plus b equals the first difference between x is 0 and x is 1. What's the first difference? 0. So a plus b is 0. We know a is 1, so 1 plus b is 0. Take away 1 from both sides. We have b equals -1. Awesome. All right, c now. C is y when x is 0, so c is y when x is 0. So c is 4 when x is 0. Boom. We've got our a, b, and c now. Let's chuck it in. So our rule must be y equals ax squared, so x squared, 1x squared, plus -1x, so that's the same as minus x, minus 1x, plus c, so plus 4. Very nice. Now, if you haven't already, I recommend you go to your Google Classroom and check out the pattern slideshow, and you can present it to yourself, and it walks through some more examples with you. You can then use the slideshow to help you with your worksheets over here. Okay, thank you very much.